the thing. Me, I'm not too invested in other people. I'm invested in myself.
Yes, that's why I'm an entertainment reporter. And you are just an event planner.
Hi guys, it's Clinton Ogaoflondon here, and I'm here with
Whitney, who's in charge of today's topic. So we're going to change the structure up a bit.
This one's very... Hold on, let's introduce.
Starting off.
Let's introduce the podcast, as I was saying. And this is Puffpuffandteapodcast. So, let's get into today's episode.
Finally. So, what's it called? Today I'm in charge of the topics, as you can see. Hence the smile and all that stuff. So let's start off with an update about my sister, my brother, my go-to bestie. Still not making it into Nigerian Ned, so please calm down. Regina Daniels. So you guys haven't been hearing the news and all that stuff, and going through the blogs as well as her Instagram. Regina has put a post saying that her older brother, her older sister, and soon to be her baby sister have been arrested, and this is a tactic that Ned is using until Regina comes back and goes to rehab, according to what she has said. Her brothers, her mother, her brother's wife, her other brother have all come out and said that they have been arrested, that Ned has been using tactics to try and get Regina back because she's left the house and all that stuff. And to be honest, right, looking at all this thing, right, and seeing all this information that's come in the last 24 hours, I'm just like, bruh. The sad thing is, this isn't surprising. This is a tactic that unfortunately Nigerian political men have used for time. And unfortunately, we've seen how most of the time it ends up in a negative way, where they've used all their power, and they use their power to make whoever their op is life miserable. In this case, Ned is using his power allegedly to make Regina Daniels' life and her family's life miserable. And I cannot see a way out of this, to be honest, for Regina. Say for example, even if she tries and says her side of the story, Ned's got the power to take her post down, to silence her and her family. And it's a very scary situation, and unfortunately we see it time and time again, and we see more negative than positive in all this thing. Like, bruh, like, I would love to hear from the other wives, but we know we're not gonna hear much or anything. So it really is Regina and her family against Ned and his power. So my sis, my bestie, just come to London. Just just move to London and all that stuff. Go to Nigeria to film your movies, but come to London, because to be honest, I think it's gonna be hard for you in Nigeria with everything that's going on with Ned and all that stuff. I'm not gonna say too much because my family like to go back to Nigeria, and I don't want to affect their travels back and all that stuff. So, but just know, Regina, you have my support. Any comments?
What am I meant to say about this?
I'm meant to force what you're meant to say.
No, but I don't understand. What's the point of this?
It's a Regina update.
That's lovely. I can see you're really...
Yes, I support my
advocates.
sis. I support my besties.
Really her advocate.
I am right. I'm not sure about die, but I am right. Right on.
We can really tell. So I think, yes, we have gotten that you had an update for the people. We have received
the Esoka family are supporting.
Nope. You speak for yourself. Speak for yourself on that one. So yes, I didn't see.
So you didn't see what was happening? You didn't see any of those posts that were coming out today and all that stuff? And you say my algorithm is wrong?
Honestly, I've not been on social media, to be frank. I've been quite busy.
Well, she's spoken about it publicly. I'm not sure if it was today or yesterday, but I saw the post today, and I've been seeing a lot from her family about, the arrests that have been made against them.
So what is our takeaway from this whole situation?
That we see this time and time again. This is not even a Regina Daniels story.
Well, is it the power dynamic?
It's the power dynamic. We've seen it. We have seen a lot of politicians or a lot of powerful actors have do these to their partners if it goes south. And unfortunately, most of the time, it ends up affecting that partner's life. I'm not saying that they, die or anything like that. Some have. Some their career, some we don't hear about them. We don't even know where they are in life, and it's because unfortunately Nigeria is a country that where power and money means something, and so like I wouldn't even be surprised if like Regina he will make it difficult for Regina to get job opportunities. I think as much as I'm saying Regina, we support you because we do support you. I also think it tells a bigger, wider story of what goes on, and this is a pattern. Like, bro, Ned probably saw this from one of his friends who's a politician, or one of his powerful friends, and seen how they handle something, and they've taken it, and he's taken it aboard to do the same thing. And there's only little that the police can do. You see them coming in arresting the siblings, or Ned say so. Like, this isn't common. This is something that we see time and time again. And it's just sad. It really is sad. Like, you take one step forward about women's right and improvement, and then you see stuff like this, and you're like, bruh, are we ever going to stop being a country based on bribery and greed? Like, come on.
Yeah, I think the bigger takeaway from what you're saying is that Nigeria is still very much a dominantly patriarchal country, and that's why it's sad to see when a lot of the time, the men's word, or like you'd say, the fact that you're a man, do you understand, you have higher standing over women when it comes to in Nigeria a lot of the time, based on what we see. And it's disappointing because at the end of the day, men and women are equal. The same way a woman could have done wrong is the same way a man could have done wrong. So they need to be, judged accordingly, not because a man said this, because it's very sad when you see it. Some people, they literally just take a man's word over a woman's word simply because they're a man. There's nothing else to it. As much as they may try and sugarcoat it, some of them, they know that is what it is, or they're in denial about, that is their thought process. But a lot of the time you can see in those people that are really investing their time in commenting on other people's issues, especially like marital issues. When it comes to the Nigerian space, a lot of them have this patriarchal mindset where the man is superior over the woman. And like, even some discussions I was having recently, I just had to just stand up and leave the discussion, because I just, I'm very mindful of what I allow into my space, and nonsense is not one thing I allow into my space. And like, you can even tell from like the way, especially, and I hope, as I'm saying this, what I'm saying is correct, that especially the older generation, and that this is not something that is moving into my generation. But like, there's this, it's sad to hear, but like, there's this ideology that they have that men should be able to get away with anything, and women should just stand by it. Like, I was hearing a very stupid story lately. Like, I literally just had to stand up and leave. But it was basically about somebody, and this is a mature couple, and basically this man, he had daughters. Do you understand? Like, this is an Igbo man, he only has daughters and everything. And him and his family, they've, it's been like that for the longest time, like to the point where the children are like, they're quite mature as well. Do you understand? They're quite mature. Then all of a sudden, you come to hear that this man has gone off to Nigeria and has, somehow gotten a baby boy from some little girl in Nigeria and everything. Then, when I initially heard the story, why I'm laughing, but if you guys see this, do I used to air people's business on this podcast, But anyway, you guys, I'm not mentioning any names, but the point is, take away the message. So like, when I initially heard this story, and I was like, fam, I was disappointed in the woman, because I was just like, based on what I was seeing and what I was hearing at that point, it was like, you're just literally sitting down and taking this, and this is how this rubbish is going to continue. Do you understand? To come and find out recently that apparently when it first erupted, she kicked him out of the house, and it was like that for a bit. So I was like, now, yes, that is correct. Now my respect has come back. Do you understand? Because all this time when I've been seeing that person, You know, I'm disappointed. As much as I have a lot of love for you, I'm disappointed.
You do know this person?
We know this person. You know this person as well.
I know this person.
You know these people
Is
as
it
well.
family?
No, it's not family. It's not family. But you know these people as well. We're not going to get too much into it before they try and piece things together when they eventually see this. So like, yeah, there was some recent, and I heard that apparently she kicked him out and everything. Then the man that was, you know, relaying the story was just like, that he doesn't know why women behave like that. That's why wouldn't she have allowed him from the jump to go and do what he wanted to do? That do they not know that he needs a boy? That he needs a boy? This is that. And I'm just like, this person I was talking, I'm just like, fam, like, do some of you really like? For me, yeah. So before I speak, I try my best, yeah, to, especially when I'm speaking about other people's situation, yeah, put myself in those people's shoes. Because this person that is talking, yeah, you're a father, you have daughters. You mean to tell me, yeah, that if your daughter was in such a situation, you would tell her to sit down there and tolerate that disrespect and tolerate that nonsense? You must be mad. Because if you are going to sit down and tell them that, I will not be telling that nonsense. And the fact that, you know, that is the mentality you have. You cannot complain when that happens to your own. And God forbid it happens to your own. Do you understand? So I'm just like, it was just so highly disappointing. And it's like, you hear this, like, these things, you know, more and more with that generation. I heard from another woman that is a bit more mature, that is like, all men cheat, that you have to accept it, all men cheat. And we're like, yet again, you are a mother to a daughter, you're literally telling your daughter what she must go and tolerate inside such a... And guys, you know another thing I've noticed here, I talk about marriage a lot, and I think I need to calm down.
Yeah, you do.
I do, because I don't, one way, one how, each of our episodes I'm talking about marriage, and you guys are going to think I'm obsessed about marriage. I'm not, but be like, say relationship is just a big part of... I just think relationships is a big part of the world, and yeah. But what you're talking about somebody's marriage. That's why these emotions are being stirred up.
But you even bring back to something that, I remember Simon Walker saying, "Oh, if he cheats on you 2 or 3 times, it's not that bad." Like, I was just like,
it's arrant nonsense.
And I'm just like, are we really listening to Simon Walker?
It's arrant rubbish, and I just, you know, I try my best to be mindful, you know, with the kind of things I allow into my space. So I try my best to filter out such nonsense, and I hope other people do the same for themselves, because I don't want this generation to repeat this cycle of nonsense, because that's what it is. It's absolute nonsense, and that's why you have all this, you know, because this person was even trying to argue, say that, oh yeah, that things were better then. At least, you know, now people are, what's it called, just out and about doing anyhow, like families are not staying together, that kind of thing, blah blah blah. But like, what is that really a better way to live life? Or, you know, living life in, I don't know, distraught, in pain, in just suppressing your emotions, all in the name of saving
and
face.
That goes back to, sometimes divorce is a positive.
Sometimes it's, and I'm not even to say that these people's situation, that was, you know, the answer. I'm just happy to have heard that this woman did something about it. Because all this time, when I heard the story, like, when it first happened, like, when I first heard about it, these people everybody was acting as if this thing was normal. I'm like, are you people okay? Are you people seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah,
I mean, you people are meaning to tell me that we're just going to continue as if nothing happened here. Like, they literally just, we went out one day, and the people just said, oh yeah, these are his sons. And I'm like, and you know that this woman cannot produce those sons. So it's like, and this woman is just introducing them like it's normal. I'm just like, what happened here? So I'm thankful this person did relate their story, but I'm disappointed with the person's, what's it called, take away from this whole situation, because it's just arrant rubbish. But yeah, I just think all these things come back to the patriarchal mindset that comes with this, our Nigerian community, and it's sad. And I'm just hoping that it's not something that is going to continue within this our generation.
But even the way you say, what's it called, like, you think is like an older generation. Like, I have in our family, I'm
hoping, but I know that there are people that are around my age that share similar thoughts.
No, I was even gonna say I can't even say this is an older generation thing, because I have seen people who are like older who had that mindset and been able to change. One of them being my dad. All that stuff. I think it was he had to like get in check once he met my mom.
Definitely.
That's kind of what, and he met, you know, grandma and her sisters, and realized like, oh shit.
And do you know that's the thing here? And I feel like that's why I have this.
But what surprises me is, given how they are, it shocks me how one of her brothers acts. And even like me and one of our cousins has even informed you of that. That's saying that he seems to do, where he ignores the females and focuses his attention on only like speaking only to the men. Like even when like we're like us cousins are together, you see him just directly focusing his attention on the male and saying, so how are you doing, what's the future looking like, giving the person advice, and we're there and we're just like, and we're in his house, and what are we statues?
No, I hear you, but that's the thing, like I cannot speak for that person, but for me now, what I wanted to say was like, you know how you're referencing that, oh yeah, probably like when daddy met mommy and the woman in mommy's family, you have to sit up. And I think that's why I have this, respect for women, and this, I hold women to a high standard, because I've only been...
Pause.
What?
You hold on to high standard.
Okay, that's not the right statement. That's not the right statement. But I have a deep respect for women, and that's because of the women that I've been raised by. Do you understand? So it's like, that's why when people speak like this, I'm just like, fam, for me it's like, wow, you're disrespecting my mother speaking that way. Do you understand?
So, what's it called? Give me your respect for women. I have so many jokes right now. I don't
see what's funny about respecting women.
No, I'm just saying, the way you're speaking highly about what's it called, respecting women, I'm just wondering, where was that when you were like, I think for you?
You can't keep referring to this because that was a joke.
But maybe I didn't consider it as a joke.
But it was a joke, and I told you it's a joke.
I know that it was a joke.
Yeah.
People hear him.
Yeah.
I know it's a joke.
But I told you it was a joke. In the last episode, I told you it was a joke.
I'm not even sorry, baby.
But you know it's a
joke. Get over it.
No. I know How many times have you cracked a joke?
And if you told me that you didn't see it as a joke, I would say, okay. I would acknowledge it.
So you want an apology?
Yes, I want an apology.
Okay, so sorry.
I don't feel it's a serious.
But I don't think I'm going to be cracking jokes to you anymore, because you don't seem to be able to know when it's a joke or not. And I don't have time to apologize after every joke I make. So back to what I was saying.
But also, yeah, I think it goes back to the Nigerian mindset.
That what?
What?
What goes back to the Nigerian mindset?
Your assumptions.
What assumptions?
You know what? I've actually, what's it called? Deep in this.
No, don't rewind.
No,
because now you're telling me.
No, how you...
What you just said is insinuating I have a Nigerian mindset. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, because actually...
About what?
It actually brings... No, not about, what's it called? This, I'm talking about the joke thing.
I'm
talking about the joke thing, not just how you see women and that stuff.
So what about what joke? Because you need to clear that up before people think that, I am lying to them.
No, I'm not talking about that. But you just made me think of something, because I was just thinking about it recently for some reason. Like, the difference from how you were when you were born and raised in the UK to what's it called, when you lived in Nigeria.
As per how?
Like, the personality change and all that stuff.
And what was
like, when you came from, like, what's it called, when you came back, when you started spending time in Nigeria and you came back from Nigeria, it was like, to me, like, seriously, it's like a culture switch. Especially because I noticed it more when I returned back to the UK, and then you would come and visit. I just noticed, like, the difference in how you were before to how you were in Nigeria. Like, what's it called? You get, like, the way you're so quick.
With what?
With what's it called? Just like comebacks, even like jokes. The way you are, just so quick. I'm just like, bro, I could see like you being in boarding school, you having to learn that, because if you don't, like, you just. And I think that's why sometimes, right, I don't click with your jokes. Like, what's it called? Sometimes I have to think about it. I'll be like, is this guy, especially in text, I cannot, sometimes I cannot get your jokes. But if I'm speaking to you like this.
But that's the thing, that's why I'm also mindful of the people I crack my jokes with, especially, like you said, over text, because... But I would have expected you would have continued with me, but apparently you did not, so I'm going to stop.
Oh my gosh.
So that we
can't
don't
you
have that...
take my joke?
Nah, at least now you admit you're joking.
Yeah,
so you know I'm joking from the jump. Point exactly.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't know you.
But that's what I'm saying. I only crack. Yeah. It depends on how much I know people. How much I basically. How will I put it without sounding bad? But I know the people that know me well enough to understand me when I speak freely. Do you understand? And I know the people that. You do not know me well enough, so I cannot speak as freely. So I will be more mindful of the way I'm speaking. It does not mean that both parties I do not have good intentions to. It's just that, because a certain group of people know me more, they know that even when something that somebody else would take as, oh, maybe I am coming for them, they will know that Clinton it doesn't have any bad intentions behind that. So
yeah, but what I was gonna ask you, do you think when you're like with a fellow Nigerian, if you don't know them, you can talk the way you talk, but when like you're with a stranger like in the UK, it's different. I'm trying to think that is there a difference from when you meet someone in Nigeria compared to how you
yes,
meet
there
someone?
is. Yes,
Okay.
there is. And I actually think that's a common thing amongst the Nigerians. And even you, as much as you may not like to admit it, then I don't know.
What's it called? I can get some things, but there's sometimes where I'm literally just I have to think about it to realize like is this person joking or for real?
No, I feel like regardless of whether we're Nigerian or not, you know, I still need to be. I still need to have a certain level of closeness to somebody to really, speak deeply and reveal a lot of parts about me. But I do feel like whenever I meet a Nigerian, once I clock somebody's Nigerian, a guard is dropped.
Yeah, because when you were like when you were my friends who are Nigerian, the way you act as if they like these are your friends, like you met these people, like you know who you'll see on the street and you just and you be like that. I'm like sometimes in the car when I've seen you have those interactions with my friends, like even when I'm on the phone with them, you're like, oh, is that?
Yeah.
I'm just like
because it's just I don't know. It's just this sense of familiarity that we have. What I feel like we have as a community of Nigerians. So it's like for me personally, I'm telling you, like once I clock somebody's Nigerian, I can just see your name and I know, you're Nigerian. I'll drop hints out there. Are you on the same vibe? That's what it is. So say for example, I'll be like. Other people, I'll be like, how are you? Once I clock, you're my person, I'll be like, how far? If you respond correctly, that means we're on the right vibe. If you don't respond correctly, then I know, okay, we're not on the same vibe. So let me wheel it back. So that's what it is. I just think once I clock somebody's Nigerian, I see, okay, what's the depths? Do you understand? Then I now see how far we can go with this. And I'll go there. But yeah, I just think definitely once I clock your Nigerian, a guard is dropped and you can see a different side to me. So and that is the more Nigerian side of me. So yeah.
Wow.
What do you mean?
It's fascinating just realizing the two personalities in you.
But I think this is a common thing in our culture. It's like that's why they have this term of code switching. Like we just.
No, but I think mom was like the same.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because she just couldn't put the accent on or maybe like that.
No.
She was just to me she just seemed the same. The only time I would say like maybe when we're in a taxi or when we're in the market I would see a bit of a switch.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I just felt like how she would talk to her friend Tia and also her Nigerian friend, just to me just seemed the same.
But how many non-Nigerian friends does Mommy have?
Her work friends.
How many of them are there?
One like 4 or 5.
In comparison to how many Nigerian friends. So is the ratio really balanced to be able to say, oh yeah, that's you would just tell people you're one way. I'm like she doesn't really have time to switch. Like it's only for 4 people who are straight to switch for 4 people in their lives. Do you understand? Like whereas us we're still navigating this world. Like Mommy is at a stage where it's like she has a sense of stability. So it's not as if she's really putting herself out there, she's meeting new people all the time, that kind of thing. So she doesn't need to be switching up. Us, we are at a stage where every day something new can be coming up. So depending on the environment that we're in, we may need to present a certain side to us than another environment. So I think maybe that's another reason why you would say, oh, that Mommy is just one way with everybody. And probably when we get to a point where it's like, oh, we're a bit more established and we don't need to put on for anybody. Do you understand? Then regardless of who's in our face, there's nothing you can do. I'm going to be myself because at the end of the day, you need to be to do whatever you want to do. So I just think maybe that's another reason why that may be you may see that difference with Mommy and with us maybe. But I just think the way I live is natural. I feel like I see in fellow Nigerians as well, because even then, like once they clock, oh yeah, I've been around people that once they clock that, oh yeah, I'm a Nigerian, we're getting into the conversation. Do you understand? Have you gone to Nigeria? What part of Nigeria are you from? Blah, blah, that kind of thing.
When I was like, your streets, remember what's called? One girl, I was like one of the first people.
Yeah.
And the girl was filling out the forms. And then after filling out the form, she came close to me. She's like, "You're Nigerian, right?"
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. She's like, thank goodness.
That's what I'm saying. There's a guard that drops once we see ourselves, because we know that we understand it. Like this thing you're talking about, other people will take it as offensive. Maybe some of the things that we say to each other.
Yeah, because they have. I remember the times like when we were like a bit younger, still around when we were both still in Pace boarding school, and we'll come back. And sometimes the things you would say, I would have to like turn to us like, no, he's just kidding. He didn't mean it like that.
Exactly. But that's the thing. So
Even who don't sometimes will be like, no, you didn't mean it like that.
Exactly. That's the thing. So that's what I'm saying. That's why when we see ourselves, we can drop that guy. I don't need to be, what's the words? I don't need to ad-lib everything I say. I'll be like, oh, I'm joking. No. I can tell you you're mad, and you know that you're not mad.
I'm not that phrase in ages.
So exactly, you can tell somebody you're not well, and they know that I'm well, that kind of thing. Sometimes I've been speaking to people, I'm just like, oh, well, there are lots of times I tell people you're not well, and it's like, fam, it's normal. But somebody else, they'll be like, they'll probably go to HR and be like, oh my God, he said I'm not well, he's coming for my mental health, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the case. But so I feel like, all these things are reasons why, when we see each other, we can just drop that guard. There's no need for us to think before we talk too much. There's no need to, reassured somebody we're speaking to about what we're saying, that kind of thing. We just get it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We just get it.
Yeah.
So yes, I definitely have different level of I definitely code switch, that's for sure, and I definitely have different levels of comfortability depending on the people that I'm around. So yeah, it is what it is. But you guys are lucky. This Puffpuffandteapodcast, it really gives you a bit of you get a bit of insight to both sides, because we're talking to each other basically, so we're free in what we're talking to. And as we're saying that, you better be subscribing to continue to see this freedom. You better be liking, commenting, sharing. Those of you listening to us on Spotify, better rate this episode and follow us. We appreciate it all. Let's continue to grow this Puff and Tea podcast community. And with that, back to the episode.
You get the best of both worlds.
But that's truly our life. Like, it's literally the best of both worlds. And yeah, thank God for that, man. Because, bro, some people don't have that. Oh, man, that's how I was speaking to somebody recently. It's a bit disappointing.
Did you induce?
You induced. It's the Nigerian in us. It's the Nigerian. But that's the thing, just as much as people like this, it's not good to, gossip. But it's not necessarily gossip, because what it is that some people, they tell you a story and there's a takeaway message from it that you want other people to learn from. That's how you go back and relay that story.
Clinton,
and that's what I'm about to do right now.
That's how you used to be in the teacher's staff room, just to hear the gist.
Before I
and then you go tell your mates.
Before
I remember one teacher even was like, this to you.
Even growing up, even our family have clocked on from time. Because even growing up now, I remember I was kind of be like Sunshine newspaper. Because anything I used to hear, boom, I'm going to tell you. Boom! See, I've not changed my ways. Because today I had one just as I dropped the phone, I caught somebody. As I dropped it, I caught somebody on this. Hey! And I was busy, but I said, this just cannot wait. I had to go and call that person. Yeah, that person, sharp. That person too was busy. But as I said, it's just that person stopped what they were doing. Just because we were the same vibe. As I'm speaking to you now, when I finish from this place now, we're going to go and continue that gist. Because of our business, we're not able to enter the gist very, very well. So now that when we're going to be a bit freer now, this evening, we're not going to enter the scene very, very well.
Dude, I don't know, see, this is why we're so different. Like, I get switched off.
About how?
About gist.
Like
I get, what's it called? Like, I really listen to the first 5 minutes and I get bored.
No, but there's some people that are very long-winded in their gist. Me, I'm not long-winded. I
Clinton, you make gist a drama.
That's the thing now.
Soap.
Point exactly. So that's, you get invested. There's some people that is as if it's lecture. Do you understand? There's those ones you just have to allow them go. Do you understand? And when they're done, say yes. You understand? Those ones they're talking, just say yes, yes. Then there's those ones that they're talking, you'll be giving ad libs. Those are the juicy ones. That's the kind I give. You'll be giving ad libs like, hey, boy, sugar. Those are the vibes. So yes, those are the two different kind of gist. And now those are the two different kind of gist you give. My own is the one that gives hey bro or chimo. That's the vibe.
Well, speaking of all of that, congratulations to David Jo's big brother.
What happened to him?
He's getting married at the moment.
That Adeleke family, they all seem to be getting married. Congratulations to them. Marital blessings still raining there. So God bless them.
I hate to see their bill. But to them, it's mean.
I'm telling you, I don't think it's a bill to them. I don't think it's really much of a bill.
You had David Joe, you had this one, then I swear, I thought it was another brother, but maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't know he has another brother, to be fair, because I thought
Even
he's
me.
older. He has the brother I do know. I think they identify him as his chairman or something like that.
Yeah.
And that one is already married. I remember when he got married. So I didn't know he had another brother. But
Yeah,
you know,
I've just seen the pictures now.
maybe it's another. I don't know. Maybe it's a cousin and he's calling me brother. I don't know.
Maybe
I
they
thought it
said
was
David
only
is big brother.
okay.
And
But
plus, what's it called?
but I know
that
that they have been teasing that. I know they have been teasing that another Adeleke wedding is coming up. So I'm not shocked, but yeah, congratulations to them and whoever it is. You know,
the woman is beautiful.
Well, that's lovely. We always love a season of celebration, and we tap into your grace. So, girl.
Oh my gosh!
What's that?
Speaking of it, this is the time I wish I had my phone. There was this actor that got married. Gosh, and it was like a proper Igbo wedding and all that stuff. Like, his entrance was just like top notch. I have to give it to him. And he had other actors that were in there. Like he had the guy To Kill a Monkey. Is it To Kill a Monkey?
Well, no, it's not the wedding I was telling you about. Where they were like, oh, I'm not clocking.
I didn't hit that part.
I think it's the wedding I'm talking about.
If that's the wedding, the fact that
that is the last
highlighting.
Igbo wedding that's really.
Did he have the kill the monkey guy as a groomsman?
Yes. Shamina went white.
Yeah.
The men were wearing white and they were wearing red caps. And the man too was wearing
whoa! This whole time you've been describing wedding. You didn't say he's that actor.
Do you know him?
I know him.
From where?
He's what's it called? He's known in what's it called?
I know he's known.
What's it called? He
when I saw him, I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen this man before. Maybe the person you're talking about is fair.
Yes.
Yes.
That guy
and the guy you married to is taller. Yes. Than him. It's what I'm talking about. Oh my God,
you described it as wedding. We're supposed to be nah, bruh. Your description was.
You're not serious.
The way you described it as wedding,
I'm not here.
Not the actor.
But you know me, I'm not here to report on people now. So I'm not going to say, oh yeah, it's this person's wedding, blah blah. I was telling you to take away, and that was the culture was at the forefront.
So you said an event planner.
But she's an event planner now.
You have actor, you have event planner. Why don't you go with the actor first before you say the event planner?
But I told you in that episode who the person was, and you didn't clock.
Because you're going about the event planner.
No, but I mentioned the person's name. You said, who is it?
You should name the groomsmen. I would know.
You're not serious. But yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that entrance, even though it was quite long. I gotta give it.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't think. Was it the one with the outside? Okay, yeah, I saw that one. But that's what I'm saying. That wedding was the Igbo-ness was top notch. The way they really just promoted the culture with that wedding, I'm really proud. Very, very impressed. So yeah, finally you are clocked on. Finally your Instagram seems to have recalibrated. Praise Master Jesus. Praise Master Jesus. When you do it, we thank God.
Yeah, but what's called? They did a whole, the fashion police did a whole at the wedding. They interviewed all the guests.
Because the girl has been on that show before. So yeah.
Okay. So
she's
somebody. She's somebody.
In my world, she is.
I know him more than I know her, but good for her.
I know.
I've
definitely seen the man act before.
Apparently, they met because he was doing a ministry, and she was there, and she was like, "Oh, who's this handsome man doing a ministry and all that stuff?" And then I didn't know he was just. I thought he was just an actor. I didn't know he was also, pastor and all that stuff. And that's how they met.
Yeah. I've been knowing about all of this with you. Catching up 2 weeks later, but no problem. I'm going to make
the fact that you said event planner. The fact that you said event that just tells me you did your research.
No, but that's the fact. No, but I knew about all of this.
You did your research.
I've known about all of this. There's nothing to research. The research.
You should be able to say what's it called?
I knew his name from the jump. It's you that didn't clock on until 2 weeks later.
You were talking about the event planner.
I told you both their names. And you didn't clock until 2 weeks later.
You didn't name
That's
the
not my fault.
You see, I do my
I didn't need to mention the groomsmen. It's not their wedding, is it?
I would know the bridesmaids.
I didn't mention bridesmaids.
That's how I do my research. I will name the people that were there.
I'm not a reporter.
So you know
I'm not a reporter. I take away things that relate to me. And what related to me was the culture.
That's
and I said brides on people.
That's the difference.
Brides on you. I promoted the culture very well.
You're just looking at the event. I'm looking at the people.
That's the thing. Me, I'm not too invested in other people. I'm invested in myself.
Yes, that's why I'm an entertainment reporter. And you are just event planner.
I don't know about that one yet, but listen. But yeah, that was very impressive.
Anyway, continue with Nigeria. Apparently, Donald Trump wants to send in armies to Nigeria to help with the people who are attacking Christians. To be honest, this is the first time I'm hearing that people are attacking Christians in Nigeria.
Oh no, that's been a thing.
This is the first time I'm actually hearing it.
I don't know whether it had died down. But to me, it's almost a thing of it's sadly becoming a new norm, and I think it's almost a thing sadly that Nigerians are forced to become numb to. Right from secondary school, this thing.
Oh no, I knew about it, but I thought there was like big events that's happened that I've missed. That's caused. That's what I'm saying. Like this is the first time
honestly, I've not really been online too much to know if anything big happened, but I do know that people have been, raising alarms about it and been praying about it, that pray for Christians, especially in the north, that kind of thing, that they're being persecuted and stuff like that. So it's sad. It's sad that it has been going on for a time now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Trump and his army. I feel like that is a way for them to get into the country and put their foot on the country and right stuff. So I'm not really sure how I feel about American interference in Nigeria business, respectfully, especially with this president. Like, I don't know what if these are his true motives or if he has a hidden agenda.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't even
because before he's a businessman, before he's a president, he may be using this as a way to get our oil.
Yeah, I don't know. And that man, I do not want to talk about him lately because as much as people be using his different behaviors and stories about him to be cracking jokes, it's actually people's lives that are being played with here. So I would not publicly want to come out here and be talking without knowing what I'm talking about. So yeah, I don't even have much to say about that until I know what is going on. Yeah, definitely prayers for Christians in Nigeria, because there's prayers. There's actually nothing else to say other than prayers. God be with them all. And yeah, it's sad.
Moving on to an even sadder note. I'm kidding.
I was about to say, because why?
That's it. I haven't spoken
no,
about
thank you.
death.
No, thank you. None of that. We speak life over here. Okay. So what else is going on?
Yes. Maybe I would like to raise your algorithms on social media, because some of the topics that you bring in sometimes you'd be like, huh?
Like what?
So I'm hoping that you know more about. I did give a brief summary about this on the passage recently. About the Love Island situation.
I clocked out of that conversation.
About the Huda and okay, you got that.
I don't even know these people, to be frank.
To be honest, right, it's not like I never watched it. I watched clips of their season, right, stuff. But all I can say is, given the fact that Clinton's clocked down doesn't like that stuff, are we really surprised by Huda's behaviour? That's all I will say. Because, again, I'm not even really into American stuff. I don't really talk much about people. Not with all respect. I'm trying to focus on, the countries that I'm in. Respectfully. Oh, and speaking of the countries that I'm in, what's his name? Nigel Farage?
Nigel Farage. Who is he? I've heard his name, but I don't know who he is.
He used to be... what's it called? He's the leader of the Reform Party.
Okay.
And
very helpful.
You know the Reform Party? People that pin all the flags up.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
He recently was recently doing a speaking engagement, and he said that the minimum wage for young people is too high. The minimum wage is currently at £10 per hour. And that's what he's saying is too high. And it has led to some debates. Like, some people, from what I've been hearing, a lot of people have been like, a lot of people have been saying, how is £10 per hour too high given the cost of living and the increase of groceries and all that stuff?
If anything, they should be arguing it's too low. And
someone even made a good point. And if you try and reduce it, aren't you even deterring more younger people from getting jobs? Because why would they be getting a job that can't even help to pay for groceries or fuels? And then they were saying, we're just all over the place. And some people are just like, bruh, you guys better be careful, because the next election, I believe it's in 3 years. And people are just like, you people better be keeping your ears open. Because this guy, these aren't jokes. He's telling you what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And we should not be playing with this. Even me, I was like, £10 per hour. That's when I realised that your streets pay more. than the minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, but also a part of me was like, so what are you gonna replace it with?
Mm-hmm.
So what would be the minimum wage? Say for example, you are saying that this minimum wage is too high, which is still just an extreme statement to make, to be honest. But then again, the reform part does seem like the type of people that, you know, like reactions.
That's the thing. That's exactly what I was actually about to say. Yeah, I don't know what is going on in the world, and I don't even think this is just, you know, something that is confined to this party that you've mentioned. But I don't know what is going on with the world where politics is really just turning into a television show. Like, I don't know whether these people are literally just looking for audience reaction, and the audience reaction is the population. Like, do some of these people actually think before they speak, or actually put themselves in? Like, a lot of the time, if you not put yourselves in people's shoes here, especially the people you're talking about, maybe you would think differently, and maybe you would think more in depthly. Because some of these things that you're talking about, they should not be a discussion. Why is I what's it called? Just briefly passed across a news channel this evening, and they're telling me that, oh, I thought this was only a US issue, but apparently here in the UK as well, like millionaires and billionaires ain't paying tax.
What I'm hearing is a lot of millions and billions are leaving the country to go to Dubai, or making Dubai or other countries their residency, so to avoid paying tax.
But do they pay tax here?
Yeah.
Okay, so why was I hearing something? See this thing? I need to be informed.
Yeah.
I was hearing something on the news saying that, oh yeah, that is it that they want to lower that maybe the millionaires and billionaires are not paying enough tax. Maybe that's what the person was saying, but I don't know.
But they're saying that there's a lot of millions and billions are running because the tax are becoming too high.
Shall let me not be talking so much because I'm going to be a millionaire soon.
Like, what's it called? Even like Rio Fernandez was even speaking about it, saying that one of the reasons
so they're paying tax. That's what.
Why he left. He left his his regular job.
Rio Fernandez as part of footballer.
Yes.
So where is he now?
He's in Dubai. He's moved to Dubai. Who else is moved? Gemma Collins is looking to move to Dubai. A lot of people are moving to Dubai because of they have literally less tax, or they're making Dubai their main residency, but still conducting some work in the UK.
I don't know how I feel about like living in a holiday destination. Like, that's, I don't know, it's not something I can comprehend right now for myself. I'm just like,
I can see it.
Like, I don't know, it's just like me saying, oh yeah, you know how these Easterners are like, oh yeah, I'm going to I'm moving to where? To Spain. I'm just like, what do you mean you're moving to Spain? I'm doing what? Like, I don't get, not every day you can be going to the beach. What else are we going to be doing there? So I'm just like, bro, all these people that are like, yeah, I'm moving to Dubai. Like,
no, but it's becoming quite dangerous. The amount of people that are moving.
I know I'm hearing it.
And it's like, I'm like, I was like watching EastEnders today, and why was the first thing I'm thinking of is, man, imagine if some of these soap stars leave to go to Dubai because the tax is just too high. Can you imagine Kat?
Lol.
In Dubai? I can imagine her, but I just want you to go there for holidays. You can have a holiday home, but come back to EastEnders, bruh. And not like the video ones.
Lol. No, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, I did not receive the news well then. Okay, because I thought I was hearing otherwise. I thought America was the ones that were dealing with that, dealing with that drama. But okay, it's good to hear that UK people are paying that. But I don't want to talk too much about this because I'm going to be a millionaire. So and I don't know whether it's too high for me as well. So let me just.
It will be too high.
How does tax work? How much are they paying? Do we know?
Dude, that's a whole nother story, bro.
Is it not like a percentage?
Yeah, percentage based on your earnings.
And it's like, do we have an idea of the percentage?
I don't know for the millions and billionaires. I haven't reached that stage for me to figure out. I'm worried about my.
But that's the thing. I'm going to be there very soon, so I need to be informed about this. So I'm not going to talk too tough on this because I don't know whether it's too high yet. Okay, so and if it's too high, when I get there, I probably will not be talking to you guys about it. So yeah.
You'll just know that when you move to Dubai, you guys will know.
I don't know about that.
The reasons.
I don't know about that.
That's
I have other options.
That will be an indicator. You have other options. That'll be once you move. That's when you know the tax is too high.
Lol. Who knows?
But if I can go to another country where there's a lesser tax, yeah, I would take it.
But that's, you know me, I'm not led by money. I cannot. That's why for me, and I think why it's hard for me to comprehend is that okay, I would go to Dubai and be there on my own.
No, you can like make friends.
That's the thing. I'm not too big on doing that.
Make business part. Business.
That's
friends
business. Out of business, I was also meant
and
to
you guys
do.
become friends. You guys you become friends with their family and you become a part of their
You know
family.
me, I don't used to force friendships.
Who said forced it? It starts off as a business project. You guys become.
But I would almost need the friendship because I have nothing else to do here. I don't put myself in such situations for that. But that's what I'm saying. But that's a stage in life. Do you understand? This is like you're making a permanent move. So why would I choose to do that to myself? Do you understand? These people are none of my business.
No, I'm just trying to say me.
Exactly. I'm just trying to. When I hear things like this, I'm just like, to me, there's more. For me personally, I just feel like there's more to life than money. And
you're a family
that's
man,
not enough.
So...
Exactly. That's not enough for me to say that. Oh yeah. I need to leave the country so that I can maintain this thing. At the end of the day, my money is always going to be in surplus. It does not even matter where I am. My money is going to be in abundance.
I believe I can make a family wherever I'm at.
Yeah, we'll see. But I don't think money. God forbid. I don't think that's even a wish that money should leave me.
But then again, I'm not moved by family, so maybe that's why it's easy for me to move.
And I'm not moved by money, so that's why it's probably not so easy for me to consider about moving.
I'm moved by fear and happiness, and the UK, unfortunately, does not provide any of those.
Let's see where life takes us with these are two different mentalities. Okay.
Life is a highway.
Okay. Every episode you've been dropping a special number, so just take it away at this point. Take it away. Have your moment.
I'm dropping gems, people.
Okay. Just well done. Anything else?
Have you watched Selling Sunset?
I overheard Jennifer watching it, but I haven't watched it. No.
Do you plan on watching it?
Probably. Why? Is it about Chelsea? It's about her and, because I overheard the drama. Her and Mary. Yeah, I overheard it. And yeah, it's absolutely what I've not watched the full show to really have too much of a stance on it. But what I did hear, I hear Chelsea's part in it. Yeah, even me. To be honest, I didn't even take it there. But then when I was like hearing other people's commentary, I was like, I can see where people are getting this. I don't think to look up, especially when she's there saying that Chelsea is a danger to her, and then stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. She said that. She's saying stuff like that, and stuff like that. I can see how someone could be like, yeah, you're giving racial undertones. You're trying to make her the angry black woman for her simply giving you flowers. I understand that you may say that you didn't see it as genuine or that stuff. I can't see how her giving you flowers and thinking it's not genuine lead to you feeling in danger and then you crying and hyperventilating because you see her just by the sight of her name. So it is giving me, and those two brothers, the way they just be supporting that girl Mary, I'm just like, you people are part of the problem. The only thing is that I feel like with the two brothers and her, they seem to have a deep history, and and they're probably blinded by that deep history, and because of that deep history, there's loyalty there. But that's not to negate the fact that these are all your employees. Yes, and exactly, and you should. As far when it comes to the business of it all, they should all be treated equally. Exactly. At least, do you understand? When it comes to the business, in your personal life, at the end of the day, you don't have to be friends with your colleagues. Exactly, do you understand? They don't need to be friends with their workers. So that is calm if that is the case. But when it comes to and I hope that is what I'm going to see, when it comes to the business of things need to be fair across the board. Nobody should, because from what I'm hearing, they're like insinuating that maybe we need to reshuffle the office and maybe get back to the way things were. So you people are going to take away somebody's income because somebody's feelings are hurt. That's what I'm even me. Can we grow up here? We're not here to make some money. Exactly. Aren't you two you two lads should be here thinking what's good? How can I make my empire grow and all that stuff? You're here considering Mary's feelings. I'm not saying that you should not consider her feelings, but I'm just like. I really feel like you're hearing just one side of the story, sink to that one side of the story, and have even had a chance to. And Rochelle was there saying that they even cut out that wasn't that the final episode wasn't even the final. There was another scene with apparently the two men talking to Chelsea, and it going sideways. Yeah, because from what I know, Chelsea stands up for herself, and that is very good. She was the moment. But that's the thing with this thing, yeah. Like, I don't think, for me, based on what I'm watching, based on what I've watched of the show, as much as you guys may try to put it out there that, that maybe we should reconsider having, maybe we should reconsider fine-tuning this and getting back to a smaller number of us, the people that started doing it. At the end of the day, you guys will not be here without certain parties being involved.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. This show will probably not be here without certain parties being involved, and everybody needs to start respecting that. And I hope that you people are respecting that off screen at least. Because at the end of the day, they're probably doing what they need to do to give us the show that they're giving us. But looking in, I don't think those people that they want to fine tune to will be enough to maintain what they have attained. As when it comes to the show, I don't know about business. At the end of the day, we may not know exactly what their books look like. Do you understand? Off the show, but when it comes to this show matter, I do not think those that they want to fine tune to are going to be enough to sustain what they have already attained. So that's I'm not too worried. That's not the thing.
I'm a bit worried.
I'm not too worried.
From what I've been hearing, like she may be
who
Charles
fired or she. I think she. I would guess she will have to be the one to leave, because from a business point of view, when it comes to that show, I don't see what they're going to do.
I'm hoping not, because these people, the way that these people are loyal to Married to the Soil is giving.
But my opinion, the person you're talking about can't carry the show. So what are you people talking about? Maybe she can carry your business, because I don't know how you are running your business, but the show she can't. So when it comes, it's just a bit of a sticky one, because when your show is, but that's the thing with
when your
reality
business
TV.
is connected to the show.
But that's just the thing with reality. It's the reality at the end of the day, and sadly people are not always going to get along. But that is just the reality of it. Do you understand? I don't think people should be punished for not getting along.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Like, yeah.
Like if you were happy go married, will we be watching your show respectfully?
Like, I just think, I'm not to say she doesn't bring her own power, but I just don't think she's enough to, sustain the show. So I don't think that person has enough of it carries enough weight to say, this person needs to go. It's different to say, you deliver your polling units, and somebody can say, if with that, there's certain people on certain shows that, if they say that I need somebody gone, do you understand? Somebody can consider it. Not to say that it's going to happen, but they can consider the fact that, we know what you can bring. But certain of you, fam, you're,
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, the way she was bringing it, I was like, I had to remind myself, oh my gosh, this chick is, like, British. I was like, the way she was coming, I was like, oh my god, I'm just hearing
what I
more.
What I overheard is like when Jennifer was watching, I was just like, okay, this is getting
what's it called? I don't need no fucking
intense.
I was like, bruh. I was like, we were in Brixton.
No, but you can feel her pain though, because like, and what I was saying, like, I understand a bit of where she's coming from. Last year, and that's the sad thing with this reality television. That's something I worry about, and God forbid that will not be my experience. Not about my show, but like that's something I worry about, not, and it will not be my experience, like I said, but when I see other people going through what they go through on these shows, and that is like, I don't feel like these, I think these are real lives we're dealing with. That's the purpose of reality television, that you're showing people's real lives. And I think a lot more, how will I put it, but a lot more grace needs to be applied when it comes to the way people, not just show their lives, but the way they handle it even behind the scenes. I worry that sometimes, especially, and that's why there's this certain franchise that as much as people find it very entertaining and very interesting. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think the day is going to come when that franchise is going to have some big turnarounds. And not not even that one. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to. If I wanted to say, I would have said this. But my point is,
you see, when you be doing these things, it just makes my head go.
You're not serious.
Round and
no,
round.
but because my worry is like the way people. I just worry sometimes when it comes to this.
Kardashians.
No, when it comes to some of these reality TV spaces, I feel like the way they just use people and dump people.
The Braxtons.
No, let's not get that. The way they just use people and dump people is just worrying. Like,
Oh, I figured it out.
Because like last season now, this woman's marriage, you people used it to carry your show. I highly doubt she was excited about the fact that you guys brought somebody else on to our air her business. Do you understand? Air her business. And she probably had to understand that, this is part of the territory. Yeah. This is what comes with being on a show. I have to show my reality. Do you understand? And for it to now be a new season now, and somebody trying to tell her that, you're using me. She said, she doesn't need to use you. She actually does not need to use you. You guys used her last year, and you have given her life. Do you understand? For the rest of her time on that show, she does not need you people to give her that time. And I'm just like, so hearing that conversation, that is some of the things that used to bring alarm bells to me when I see some people and their time on these reality TV shows. It's the way that people think they can just use people and dump them as they please. Like, it's not on. It's actually not on. Because when I was, because a lot of the time, reality TV thrives on people's, almost their downfall, that kind of thing. So when things were down and they were giving you people the story that you needed, everybody was there saying, oh yeah, the show is popping. Then now, when you start flipping onto somebody else, you people are trying to try and out that person that at a point you people needed. Just things like that. I don't know whether I'm explaining myself well, but like, yeah, it's just reality TV space. What I see sometimes is it's a bit wild. It's just a bit wild.
It's hard.
Yeah, I think it's a lot harder than people give them credit for.
Definitely.
I think it is, and yeah, it's just sometimes I'm just like, and that's why I feel like my goal is to not be in such a space where people think they can just use and dump me. No.
Yeah, this is why I'm more of a behind the scene person for reality shows. Yeah, just can't deal with this, bro.
No, I just think
I need to check myself in. I don't think your show.
Like that, it can't be easy, fam. It can't be, especially when you're on these shows where it's like an ensemble cast per se, and it's like a bunch of random people they put together. It's almost like every season you're fighting.
Yeah.
You understand? You literally have to fight to hold your spot. Because it's like they treat these people like they're disposable. But I really just hope that is not the case behind the scenes. Because at the end of the day, the fact is these talents are the ones that are making your show for you. As much as yes, people behind the scenes, you lot are doing your part, and that is to be respected. But both parties need to be respected when it comes to these spaces. That these people are playing their part to make the show the success that it is. And it's not when, it's no more convenient for you people that you people should just disgrace people. I hear that there's some people that, they run their course and it's time for them to step away. Yes, they're those ones. But there's some that you can tell that, you literally just drop them out of your own convenience. You're not thinking far with your thought process. It's just a thing of, this season you weren't really doing much. Do you understand that kind of thing?
I want to know who if there's a HR department for that thing, and who the HR, they should be on the show, to be honest.
No, but that's something that some of them have come out to speak about. Some of these, especially in America, they have come out to speak about, and it's like there's not really structure when it comes to that industry yet. So they can just do them anyhow. Do you understand? They just, because there's no rules and regulations in place, they can just do whatever they want with them. And of course, they're flashing money in front of them. So it's like, this is the job. Like, this is what we're being paid to do.
When the money resides,
but where's the respect at? Where's people? I don't say they're doing a job, and you guys need to respect the job that they're doing.
It's like the Bad Girls Club and all that stuff. Like, you hear some stories about some of these people, like the people that participating, and like how they have permanent injuries and all that stuff. And you're just like, a part of you just like, why would you put yourself through this? But another part is like, bro, when they're there like tossing you money and fame, I can see how someone can easily get addicted. They'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I need to do. Like, oh my god, there's one girl who was I forgot that what was it? They broke her teeth. And it's not Krishan, it's another chick, and she was just going through the photos and the medical expenses and all that stuff that she had to pay, and her teeth are still not the same. It's just like, bruh. And there's some people, like some of these people seriously have permanent health conditions because of that Bad Girls Club. Like when people are getting dragged, their heads getting smashed with the concrete, like, bruh.
I don't have much to say on that show. I don't know. I don't understand the show. Like, I don't watch it, and the clips that I see, I don't understand what's going on here.
I watched like clips of the old Bad Girls Club and all that stuff, and at least they had to the security was good enough to be able to pull them before it got super serious. This one, they just allow it and all that stuff. And a part of me is like, I am trying to support a black-owned company, but you people, if you guys are giving me this, you guys are just continuing the stereotypes of people thinking that we're ratchet, ghetto, and I'm just like, I cannot give my coins to Zeus Network, sorry.
But the response to that would be like, because I've heard people say this about certain shows, is that at the end of the day, people want to see this, so somebody needs to do it. Like, somebody is going to make money off of it, so why it not be us?
To be honest, my issue is like, what's it called? The Bad Girls Club, the original ones or something.
Not used to get that.
So you didn't get used to get.
So it doesn't need to get to this point.
Yeah, get to this level of violence. To be honest.
Honestly, I don't know much about that whole universe. So
and also, you can even if you're saying what's good, there's people that want this. What stop that shouldn't stop you from providing these people with medical pay for their medical expenses and all that stuff, or providing them better benefits. That's all I'm saying. Like, bruh.
I don't know much about that show, but
And it's sad that that's the only show that I know from that network. Like, this CEO Lemmy has been saying that I don't want this Zeus just to be known for the Bad Girls Club. I want that it's a variety. It's going to show different variety of black owned black people and stuff. But all I am seeing is just this one. What's it called? This one show. I would actually like to see if there's more. But so far, what I'm just been seeing is either this Blueface loves that chick. So I'm like, where is the variety? That's what I'm saying. On a positive note, this leads up to our segment of
OGA approval. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not have a scenario today. So do you have a scenario to give us? Do you have a scenario to give us for us to pass judgment about? I've been cracking my head, but my mind is, because you know what? Like when this episode drops, yes, a few hours after this episode drops, something exciting should be dropping on my page.
Is it a trailer?
So, no, not that day. But something exciting will be dropping on my page. So yeah, a lot. My concentration is just on getting everything ready for next week and everything that's going to come with next week. So next week's going to be an exciting week for me and your guys. So yes, you guys should just anticipate. So my apologies, but yeah, because of that, I have not really given time to thinking up of a scenario. I tried to think of one before coming here, but nothing was really coming to my mind. So do you have a scenario for us to pass judgment on?
I don't even think this is the type of OGA. This topic is like type of OGA one.
Okay, let me first introduce the segment so they understand what it is. So, OGA approval. That's why I, Clinton, the OGA of London, alongside my fellow OGAs, because we only roll with the OGAs. Do you understand? So that's when we pass our judgments on different scenarios as to whether it gets our OGA approval or OGA rejection. Because OGA approval is the place to be. So, let's see whether today's scenario will get our OGA approval or OGA rejection. Take it away. What is the scenario?
To be honest, it's just something that I've been reading up about, I read up about on Instagram, where there's become an increase of when what's it called, brides and grooms asking their guests to pay for their
rejection.
To pay for what's it called?
OGA rejection.
Are you hear the full story?
OGA rejection.
You even hear the full story?
Unless it's Asoebi, OGA rejection.
Of them paying what's it called? Like is it head count, per head count, all that type of stuff.
OGA rejection. What is this a Nigerian thing? Did you say Nigerian?
No. Just becoming a general thing for
weddings.
For weddings.
OGA rejection. That's not.
I went to Nigeria. Let's see how
we don't. It's not part of our culture. We don't do that. But that's the thing. I feel like Nigerians, they have done things to how will I say it? Because I think the thing with this per head conversation is that it makes somebody feel like, wow, I'm paying to come to your wedding, and that's not very inviting per se. Do you understand? But when I say this thing, as I'm saying this thing, I do also acknowledge the fact that I feel like Nigerians, we have a system that somewhat does that. It's just that the way it is marketed, it makes one feel like, wow, I'm here. It's my way of showing support. It's my way of, showing my support for the family on this day, and that is Asoebi. Do you understand? Do you know yet the amount of money people pay for Asoebi? It's going to cover their food for that day. It's going to cover their souvenir for that day. Do you understand? So that's why we don't necessarily need this per head system.
That's why we fine for souvenirs.
Do you understand? Because they're paid for it. It's their money. Do you understand? As much as we don't publicize it, that's not the way it's marketed. But when you think about it, and the way when I've thought about it, that is our per head business. Because I know how much my mommy pays for Asoebi. So that is covering her heads. That is covering her plus one's heads. It's not.
Yeah, +1, not +5.
But still, even at that, the point is that this Asoebi, that is your, people's way of supporting you and your event. So as much as yes, we may not cover everything with Asoebi, but that's at least a token of support. Do you get? Rather than you saying, oh, per heads, where you're literally directly paying to be attend this wedding. If you don't pay for yourself, you cannot attend. That is what it is.
What do you think about
Whereas you can pay for one Asoebi and invite 20 people without one Asoebi.
Okay, what do you think about like invites only? So like, if you have
it depends on the kind of event. I don't mind it.
If you have an invitation, what's it called? You come. So say for example, one person has an invite, and then their plus one doesn't have an invite. They go, but the plus one doesn't.
But that's the thing now, because if that this invitation thing only is something that's also becoming more familiar in the Nigerian country, especially like the cities like Lagos, Abuja, that kind of thing. It has not really reached this because we cannot control ourselves over there. But anyway,
maybe
even in cities in the east, like maybe the likes of Owerri, like things that are actually happening. But when it comes to village scenes, I don't know about that one yet. Still get, but yeah, as I was saying, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, and people should respect themselves. If you read instructions, adhere to it. I personally will not embarrass myself like that. I will not even risk. I personally will not risk embarrassing myself like that. If I see something's invitation only and the invitation is not for me, I'm not going. I will not risk. I'm an Oga. God forbid somebody will tell me back at the door for what? Like for rice? It's not that deep. I'll eat rice in my house. Why am I risking it? What's the point of risking it? So yeah, I don't think per head is bad. And there's certain events that. Sorry, I didn't say per head. I don't think invitation only is bad. And I feel like there's certain events that it's understandable why it is invitation only, because you need to control the crowd to get your vision across. So I get that.
Oh my god.
And I feel like where I'm going to in life, I'm going to be having to do that. I cannot just have random people who will not be safe.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only to say amen.
Amen.
Yes, that's the right response. No, God forbid. It to be safe. It to be safe. But my point is, where I am going to in life, amen. I may have to consider, maybe invitation only for everybody's safety.
Will you have the same security that you have now? Because that's not safe.
Honestly, I do feel like that my security right now, I'm probably going to have to keep them, just to have them employed. Do you understand? I'm probably going to have to keep the same security I have right now. That's my way of giving back. That's my way of giving back. But I'm not going to rely on that security. No, I'm just. That's my charity. That's what it is. It doesn't mean I'm relying on that. I'm going to actually have security, but this one I will have just so that's my.
Maybe at least me top head security.
That's what I will give them. Does not mean that actually I will have top. You know when you have like in places we used to have like we had CS, so that's chief security officer. Then they now had head of security, that kind of thing. So maybe this one will be head of security. I will have chief security officer. That one will really be chiefing the people. You really need to have these people in order. Do you understand? But things may change. That person may sit up and they may actually be up to the task. I will not be hoping for them to stay stagnant. So yeah, but I will not. Don't be shocked if they're still my security. Don't be shocked. No, and it may not be a bad thing. Or maybe they're just capable because I may have my. It's not me, but I'll probably be providing a very good salary, so it will be worth their while.
I can only see the conversations. I can only see the conversations when they ask for a raise.
No, but I'll probably be. But that's the thing, yeah. People have spoken about this thing, doing business with family, and we're going to have to know. We're going to have to. But that's something I've always had in mind because I do see myself doing business with my family, not just in entertainment space, but even outside of that. And I feel like we're going to have to all be on the same page that. When it comes to business, family needs to be outside the door. It's as simple as that. Even like now in friendship, when my friends are trying to do business, like even like with me, if you want to do business with me, say for example you want me to host an event, that kind of thing. When it comes to that, I'm speaking to you as with my business plan. I'm not speaking to you with anything friendship in mind.
That's why I don't think I can do business with. That's why I don't think I can do business with a family.
But it's good to be aware of that. I don't think everybody's capable of it. Do you understand?
Because I don't think they can handle I'm gonna be that bad at business.
Yeah. No, but you have to be. And I even tell my friends that I have some friends that when they're doing business with friends, they start to dabble with their standards with their businesses. And I'm like, don't do that to yourself. Yeah. You start now, it's not going to stop. If you start doing it today, it's going to continue that way, and you're going to end up working at a loss. At the end of the day, as much as naturally when you start a business, your friends and family are probably going to be the first people to start patronizing and start supporting you. But for you to sustain that business, you need to operate as one, and people are going to and in that way it's going to grow. So I do definitely have that mind frame and I hope that people are going to be able to adapt to that, respect that. Because if not, I'm so sorry, you're not going to be able to partake. It's as simple as that. Because I cannot work at a loss all in the name of family. We're still going to be family, but when it comes to business, we're not family.
That's gonna be an awkward Christmas. That'll be an awkward Christmas.
What?
The day, like the time that I fire you, the next time I see you is Christmas Day.
What do you mean?
Like imagine I fire you, the next time I see you, that we all together.
But that's the thing. I would hope that people will understand what's it called.
That's how I get a call from their parents.
But that's the thing. I don't give a heck. When it comes to there's certain things I'm not compromising on. When it comes to my business, when it comes to my career, there's nothing you can tell me. I am going to do what is best for those things. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And it's not from. At the end of the day, I'll never move from a bad place, regardless of whether you're even my family or just simply a colleague, that kind of thing, or you're just working for me. I have to do what is best, and yeah, it just simply runs down to that. So everybody has to be fine. You actually just have to be fine.
Oh my gosh. So anyway,
back to this scenario. What do you want to get
back to this scenario.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps rejection.
It seems
rejection.
What's it called? It's good for budgeting.
Rejection. And also, it's just not part of our culture. It's really just not part of our culture. So I don't know it.
To be on budget. I can see.
That's I was talking to one of my friends now one time, and me and Jennifer were discussing something. They're like, oh, so Jennifer was like ranting about, oh yeah, how there's this wedding that is happening that within our community, and they're doing pie heads. That they do not give her invites because they're doing the same pie head. I was thinking to my friend, she was like, what's that? And that's how me and Jennifer burst out into that. Because seriously, what is that? No, but what is that really? Because that's not the culture.
Budgets.
No.
Weddings. Events have budgets, not just weddings.
Of course, weddings have budgets. But that's another thing. I also feel like it also comes down to my experience with these things. So I have a certain level of expectancy already of how mine is going to be. That's what it is. So I will not be taking that step. I'm more ready for that.
I'll at least ask for the menu so I know what I'm paying for.
Look, definitely. What do you mean you ask for the menu?
I'll at least like to know the menu so I know what I'm
paying.
for.
Or you're doing per heads.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing. I ain't expecting that from my people. No, I ain't expecting that from my people. You're not serious. You made your own. You're not going to have much say in it. So I don't know which way you're looking to anyway. So yeah, and I hope you know that's a joke, but it's not really a joke.
I'm just thinking about how I'm just gonna be high.
You don't put that out there, Whitney. You don't be arrested today. Anywho, so that gets my OGA rejection.
Isn't weed a plant?
We're not going to deliberate on that here. We're not. Okay.
Anyway, what's it called? Hey, but I will never say no to budgeting.
OGA rejection. OGAs don't do that. It does not mean I do not understand why people do that, but OGAs, we don't do that.
OGAs should be on budgets as well.
Nobody's saying that, but we can afford to not do that. If not, we will not be taking that step.
That's a whole other conversation.
Or we will I just feel like, no, don't do that. There's no excuse to do per head, to be frank. There's really no excuse.
If you're on a budget and you just you can't afford to pay for.
Do your thing quietly now. We don't need to know.
Okay, intimacy.
Yeah, do it intimately. We don't. I understand that one as well. Like if you have to do things intimately, no problem. But don't make it something to be out like it's going to be a big thing and start doing per heads.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with just going to the registry in your nice dresses and.
Not the culture. But that one is part of it. It's one of the steps. You understand? It's just that there's more to come. So, you can do that one though, but there's more to come.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would actually really hate to be a bride.
Don't say that.
It just seems like such a headache that whole day.
Don't say that. It's going to be a great season. It's going to be a great day. And
the fact that you even said season.
Marriage. Before I call.
Lord of Jesus.
But now it's not a one-day matter now. You already know this. It's not a one day. It's not a 2-day matter.
That's how what's it called? What was their name when they got married? And I was like, Jukes and what's it called? Priscilla.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh my god, do you see how many dresses she had? And Chris' response is, this is normal.
But that's normal. Well, I don't understand. The tribe, she had
just seeing all of that headache.
Girl, it's not going to be a headache. Just see, I want you to start thinking positively. Don't be thinking negatively. Just, when you know something is just going to happen, just think to yourself, do you know what? For me, it's going to work out. Do you understand? As much as, yes, for me, it's going to work out. It may not work out for everybody, but for me, it is going to work out. It's going to work out. I will rock 5 outfits, no problem, peacefully, no stress, that kind of thing. Because that's the thing, yeah. I have this mindset. When it's our time starts coming, I don't give a heck. Nobody is going to stress. I'll try my best, yeah, that nobody's going to stress us out. At least, say for example, at my wedding day, I don't give a heck what you're saying. I'm not rushing. There's no, because you have come here for me. If I go back into my house, what are you guys going to do about it? Nothing. So everybody's going to wait for me to do what.
It's the bride's day, not your day.
It's both our days when it comes to my wedding day, and your day as well when it comes now. You hear this rubbish here. I've seen rubbish, things like this here. I'll be watching like a wedding entrance. They'll be like, hurry up. Fam, in fact, I will tell you, I'll be even slower. And that DJ dare tries to, if that DJ dare tries to stop that music, you will not receive your balance. You meant? Somebody will wait for this day. You will not receive your balance. Somebody will wait for this day for how long? They will invest how much of their what's it called, finances, how much of their time, everything into a day, and somebody will say, hurry up, are you okay? DJ, give me DJ. Which one is that? Until I'm ready to stop, that's when people are going to stop. Is everything okay? People should remember what they come to ready to do, and that is to sing the celebration. So better sit, don't be rushing somebody. All of you can go home now if you want to now. Imagine the chick. You'll be seeing some wedding videos here, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that the bride should hurry up, this is that. To me, I'm just like, if this bride does not come out, what are you going to do? What is actually going to happen?
That's why you have to have the right, what's it called? That's why you have to hire the right, is it usher, whatever they're called?
What's, like, event planners and other ones?
No, the person who does the...
MC.
I hate
MC. That's the kind of
MC. I've never seen an MC. I've never witnessed an MC that I like.
Mm-hmm. But even me, that's something I'm going to be very picky and mindful about, because, fam, you just... MCs, they really play a big role in how your event is going to be and the tone they're going to set, that kind of thing. But like, yeah, because now I remember where I've had this hurry up. All these traditional weddings when like the girl is like trying to change between outfits. They'll be like, hurry up. If not, the people are going to go. Let them go. I don't understand. Is it air they're going to marry? I don't understand. Is it not how they have come to carry? Especially in the East, you have come to carry the bride. Go now. I really don't understand. Go. What's that happened? The person will sleep in their father's house. Is it not? What's in it that the family is going to go? It is the person's day. I don't understand why they should be rushed. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't fret. Don't worry about being stressed. I will deal with all of them for you.
MCs are the worst. I've never met an MC that I like. Oh my god.
Even fam, that's even a whole other topic, because the way some people just do their MC business, besides me, do my job immaculately. Those that know my clients, they can tell you that I really deliver the best of services. The Oga services, and the Oga services is what you need.
Dude,
just hit me up.
That should be your business.
Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, because fam, there's one MC here, this London fam. When I see that MC, I'm just like, shut the heck up, bro. Like this MC here, every time they play a song, he'll be singing along to the song. The heck? If I wanted that artist to sing, I would have brought the artist. Like, what is wrong with you? What's the meaning of that? They'll be playing Flavor, they'll be singing along Flavor. If I wanted Flavor will be here. Why are you singing? Like, bro, because of that. I don't see reason why I shall. But if for some reason that person is working in an event that I'm involved in, I'll tell you specifically, do not sing when a song is playing. I don't need it. And I'll tell my MC, don't rush. I feel like it's so unprofessional here, in my opinion, as an MC, when you're at an event and be like, oh, we don't have much time, so please, we need to do things speedily. People shouldn't, they don't need to know that. They actually don't need to know that. Like, I've hosted events, I understand the concept of time. So I am going to do my best to try and make sure everything fits in time. But as a guest, I don't like to feel like I'm under pressure. Do you understand? That, things need to move quickly.
Like, what's it called? Hurry up with the food.
What's the meaning of that? We don't need to know that, and guests should not be put underneath such pressure like that. So all of you take notes, learn from this Oga. I am, giving you guys a lesson here. Don't stop doing that. For those of you MCs that do that, don't be putting pressure on your guests. We haven't left our houses to come and enjoy ourselves under pressure. No, like, do your job and do it seamlessly without us having to know the whatever is happening behind the scenes. We don't need to know that. So yeah, that's one thing I would address on that. But yeah, there's a lot you MCs can learn when it comes to your job.
Not everybody's meant to be an MC.
You can say that again. There's not everybody that can speak that's meant to do it. But I will not. But I am. Okay. Do you have anything else to say? Because this our OGA approval really has taken
a turn.
What's it called? What is the phrase? Has taken a ride of its own. But yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be all. He P rejects, I approve.
Rejects. That gets my per heads. What is that? No, rejection. But with that being said, guys, this has been Puff and Tea Podcast. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. We'll be back again next Monday, and by that next Monday, you guys will know the exciting thing that I was talking about, and you guys should be getting ready for that exciting thing, because over here, we're about to blow. So better know the vibes. But with that, Puff and Tea Podcast, we're out. Bye, guys.